rebellions of Britain and the Duchess. Yes, the Duchess. So, not the Duchess, and other people. So, while France and Germany began and tried to become stronger and stronger and stronger, another war was going on about one and another people of trying to keep the land that they have got. Ooh, this is so cold in here. Ooh. Not much cold. Just gonna have this sweater. So Britain is almost conquering up all of that land. Britain already has Napoleon, which is part of South Africa, and also it was almost touching Sinorpa, which is the southern lands that the other peoples only got which is the others that the people have got. If the people are in Sinorpa, then they will be far too close to British territories, because the British can march their army nicely and not far away to go to war. And so they are afraid, and they all of them ask the king of the land, "What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? What should we do?" All the people ask, and the king has a plan. He gave the British a treaty, and then it says that he will allow British settlers onto his land, and they will give him land and money for let them come. And in the end, the British will give Napoleon back to the kingdom. And so, yes, and the British signed the treaty, and then he let the British settlers on his land. All of the money on the land poured into Dutch settlers. Where do we have Dutchies? Got it in all of our videos. The Dutch were people coming from the Netherlands, remember? And they are just trying to get a better life. And remember, the Dutch are formed by the Quakers, right? Remember the Quakers? The Quakers are God worshippers of the God, and they call them and other people call them Quakers because they quaked like Quakers. So that's why they call them Quakers. And then the Quakers wanted to put a better life, because in England, no one was allowed to praise God either, and the King of England hated Christians. And there were many Quakers mistreated, so they decided to leave. They saw three trips: first to America, second to Canada, and third to North America. Yes. But then the Quakers become Dutches, and that's how the Dutch formed. Remember? Well, it's very fun. I still remember it because I have a cage that is locked in most important things in my head. You know what this is? The brain. I knew you got it. So the Dutchies that have been conquered by Britain long ago are beginning to settle the land. The land has many people, is rich. It has gold, rubies, silver, and also the plants, the soils that are on the rich ground are also filled with good nutrients and perfect for coffee crops and also rubber trees. What is a rubber tree? Okay, what is a rubber tree? Have you ever seen a rubber tree before? Is this the tree that can grow rubbers? What is this, like a magical tree? I'm just thinking. And they are also beginning to go richer and richer. They are fulfilled 1/4 of farmers' land. And the farmers often have to work on the land instead of just working on the land for their own. And also, for the spite of this, the Dutchies that seen this saw that this was very good and it's the wind again. And then they inside a high-powered chief to owned power. The chiefs and officials grew rich, but the poor farmers and peasants, that were laboring on their land, grew angrier and angrier. They have to work 3 days in a week. But then it changed. And then, for that, they also, after that, when officials start to go rich, they are forced to work 265 days for a year. Is this true? So that's why the farmers and peasants are always getting more and more angry. And then they can also see that a British port called, is it called? Era. Yes, Era. Era was, I think you see that Era was encouraging the farmers and peasants to own their independence, you see. So they decided to conquer Era. But instead of making the British angry because they could not attack the British ports. So instead of making the British angry, they found another tree that will say that the land can also own Ankara's land too. So they began to attack. They marched 13,000 soldiers on it, and then fight. You wouldn't believe this, of how many people fight. Peasants, farmers, and even women. Like you, my mom. Yes, women. Even fight. And also children, even 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 10-year-olds, even babies have to fight. Babies? They don't have to fight. How can they fight? And army captains all fight fiercely back to keep their land. So they all fight back for lots and lots of war. And Mariana was one of the artist's most fiercest armies, and she was a woman. Like women are also allowed to fight this time. And so he and his husband always fight fiercely back against Duchess. And after years of fighting, the Duchess now beginning to conquering their land. They often didn't know that this war to conquer August will soon begin to take place. And that will last longer than 33 years. Wow, so long. In fact, it had lasted 50 years for the war to end, and you wouldn't believe all this woman done. So this woman often go to war with his husband to fight fiercely back, but then he fought until his husband was killed. And when his husband was killed, it was a very sad one. She had often lost most of her eyesight, and she also had lost more of her hearing. He also lost more of her smelling. Wow, it doesn't smell you right. Why doesn't he smell you right? So, and he also lost more of the taste. I almost forgot. That's good. Sadly, he wouldn't taste a poo if they run out of food. They have to poo. Like the English settlers. Let's go on, shall we? And then she began to fight more, even though she suffered many kind of diseases. She married a new husband, and then they began to fight like gorillas. Wow. And it's not true that gorillas are also fighting. This means that they are fighting by what? Oh, yes. They are also began to fighting by hiding fiercely. And then one day they have a plan. And so they began to walk into the wood, found an army camp, and then they walked into the middle of it. What is he doing, right? And then he says, we wanted to surrender. We are sorry to fight against you. May we please help you to stop the rebellion? Remember the rebellion? So the Duchess was so pleased. They made him into a great army captain and also given a medal. And then he also learned to lead 1,000 soldiers, plus more American soldiers that were pretending to be loyal to them. But the people of Europe said that, oh no, this woman is beginning to train ourselves. And also in the war, Mariana also have a baby. And I told you that babies are also allowed to fight. But even this is very weird. He took her into battle as well. And then she and her baby is alive. Survived or not, he doesn't know. And then after the fight, She died of fighting and was killed in one of the battles. And then the Duchess finally conquered Asrama, right? Asrama. So Asrama will be part of this land, and then the war has also lasted so long that the people of this land, the Duchess, have to spend all of the money they have owned in California. California. And then many people died of sickness and also of diseases like chickenpox, the rats that have bitten many people. So many people died that there were not enough graves, and so they invented a new coffin, which it doesn't have a real bottom. And so when the dead person was laid, they would just tear into a bit of dead bodies and then put the coffin's bottom out so that the coffin can be reused again and again. And this is the end, I'm afraid.